Berlin, Berlin, hier lebt der Mensch gefährlich und rutscht er aus, dann dreht sich keiner um. Doch haut er hin, dann ist der Beifall ehrlich. Berlin, Berlin, du bist mein Publikum. Das ist Berlin, wie es weint und wie es lacht.
Welcome to a new show of My Berlin. Today I'm meeting the casting director and model Del Kleins. He's right now busy at his job. And we get back to that later. First, he invited me to his house in Kreuzberg. Del Kleins is a top model. Not the usual stereotype, he's a very special character. That's why he became a shining star in the fashion heaven in no time. Hello.
Oh,
Hi.
welcome, Mr. Wells.
Thank you.
Come in. Bye-bye, Mr. Cameron.
With Misfit Model, he founded an agency that celebrates all types of people.
Hello.
So, Del.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Del. Thank you for inviting me to your apartment.
Oh, well, yeah, welcome.
Here in Kreuzberg.
Kreuzberg is where I first landed in Berlin, and I'm still here.
Well, you tell me about it later. Tomorrow is a big casting for Misfit. I'm looking forward to it, to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, we got maybe 25 people coming to join us, hopefully, from all over Germany, all shapes and sizes and colours.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, but let's talk about you. You were born in London?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you grew up. How
In
many
London.
years ago?
Oh, that was a long time ago when it was black and white.
It was black and white. The TV was still black and white. Yeah. Oh, wow. You don't look that old.
No. I grew up in London in the 70s and 80s, and
How was you growing up?
well, it's like anyone else in the bad side of London. I didn't grow up on the posh side. Didn't do well at school, hated school, arguing, fighting with teachers, authority. Left school with no qualifications.
Just a normal person, huh?
Yeah, just a normal person really that somehow became a supermodel.
Yeah, before we come to that, did you had any hobbies before?
Hobbies?
Play an instrument or something? Or
Just
play
keeping
soccer?
out of trouble with the police.
Oh, what kind of trouble?
No, just keeping out of trouble.
Ah, so out of trouble, okay. So you were not a bad boy?
No, not that bad. No, I was okay.
And you have siblings? You have sisters, brothers? No, nothing. Just you alone? And then you grew up? And then you were discovered, like you said, a supermodel? Yes, tell us, how did that happen?
Well, I was working at the time as a courier on a bicycle, and I was cycling along one day, and this guy stops his car, and I thought he wanted to punch me or something, a bit of road rage. And he says he thought I looked great, and can he take some pictures of me? And my words to him were, well, first was, are you going to pay me? He said yes. And I said, can I keep my clothes on? And he said yes. This guy turns out to be David Sims, who a few years ago won Photographer of the Year.
Oh, wow.
And everything. And he's a big name now in fashion photography. And he basically took pictures of me, gave me a portfolio, and recommended that I go and join Ugly Model Agency in London.
That's what it calls, Ugly Model.
Yeah.
That's not a nice name.
Well, that's the name that they've chosen. It's not my company.
Yeah, okay. You have a better name.
Anyway, so I went to join Ugly Models, and that was a bit of a problem joining them because this was before the internet started. So they used to have a casting once a year, and you used to have to just turn up and try your best. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to join them now, at the time. So I banged on the door one day, said I was a courier, and left my portfolio there. They complained that I can't do that, and I said, well, I'll come back in a week and pick it up. I went back a week later, and they fell over themselves basically to sign me.
Wow.
And basically the rest is history. I worked at it with the agency. They got me jobs. I got bigger and better jobs, and I did the Calvin Klein.
That was like the first biggest job. Calvin Klein?
That was the first biggest job, but I did that directly with that photographer David Sims at the time. And he was, he got me the big job. He got me Levis and Calvin Klein. Yeah, the big fashion ones. And Ugly Models got me some Renault campaigns, music videos, and some smaller commercials all around Europe. You know, I'm still registered with Ugly Models. I mean, I did a job last month or so in London with David Sims again through Ugly Models. It was deja vu.
You're always connected for life.
20 years later. Oh yeah, but that was just an editorial job, not much money in that. But when I heard the name was David Sims, I said yes. Normally I wouldn't do it for that money. But I said yes, because it was Dave.
Let me ask you, before you got famous, your trademark is now your looks, of course.
My
your nice looks, what I think.
Natural good looks, I like to call it.
Exactly. And with your teeth and stuff, did you ever thought before that you would get braces or so?
Didn't like braces. You know, it's a restriction in your mouth, can't breathe and all that, so it didn't bother. Didn't like them as a teenager.
Well, thank God you didn't get it.
Yeah, I know, in a way, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes they are looking for people with bad teeth for work. Yeah, sometimes I do get these work, but you know, it's just the way I am, a natural beauty.
And now we're sitting here in Berlin, and we're gonna go soon to the Oberbaum Bridge.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a little walk, and then you tell me, how did you get here, actually?
How did I get
to
here?
Berlin? Yes? Will you tell me that?
I can tell you the edited version.
Okay, and before we do that, Kat, I want to say that you have a lovely cat. I want to see the cat. Can you get it?
Elvis!
I want to see Elvis.
Elvis!
And he looks pretty. He looks very
just
pretty.
Elvis. I got him from friends that heard that I was looking for a cat, and I just wanted a cat, and this crazy pretty cat came along.
Does he do modeling as well?
Nah, but he's got his own.
He could
thingy.
be, no? Yeah. What kind of cat is it? There
it's Siamese. Elvis, come here.
Siamese cat.
Come here.
Yay!
Where's those treats?
There is Elvis.
This is Elvis.
Yeah, the lovely cat from Dell.
So
before we talk then at the Oberbaum Bridge, how you came here to Berlin, I'm going to show you, well, you know Berlin, but I'm telling you about the sites there too. And then you're going to tell me about Misfit model.
Sure.
Who do you have in your agency? Everybody? I mean,
what do you need?
Age or
we have
kids too?
From in the agency, the only restrictions we have are people over the age of 18. Other than that, we don't have any other restrictions, as long as they've got a good, strong, something different about them than the norm. We don't take on the Heidi Klum, Germany's Next Flop model sort of look here.
Okay.
It doesn't work.
Yeah,
okay.
we'll get to that later. And yeah, let's take a walk.
Okay.
Yeah?
Let's take these off of him before he eats himself silly.
Located on the Mill Street in Berlin-Friedrichshain is the world's longest open-air gallery with 1.3 kilometers, and it forms part of the border between East and West Berlin. The East Side Gallery is now a memorial and a favorite tourist spot. More than 3 million visitors were registered. Bridge. I don't know how you say it in English.
Over the water bridge.
So we're here at the famous Oberbaum Bridge, and this was really famous. It separated East Germany with West Germany. You know that. And I'm going to show some footage how it looked.
Wunderbar.
Black and white footage.
Wunderbar. Oh, back in black and white.
The Oberbaum Bridge and the River Spree separated East Berlin from West Berlin. With the construction of the Berlin Wall on August 13, 1961, The Oberbaum Bridge was closed to all traffic, including the subway. After German reunification, the bridge was extensively repaired for a total of 70 million marks. So tell me, why did you come to Berlin?
Well, people come to Berlin for one of two things, I find. It's either work or for love.
Okay, yes.
I came for my ex-girlfriend
Okay.
and stayed.
Yes, and then work, what did you do then? Work?
Well, I couldn't find any work as an actor or model because there's no decent agencies in
They weren't
Germany.
ready for you yet.
No, not in Germany.
Yeah.
There wasn't one. So, looking for one, I thought, well, I might as well start my own. And that's basically what I did.
That's why you started your own. And
Misfit Models.
Yeah, and tell me, what makes a misfit? What does a misfit model? I mean, if I want to be in your agent, what do I have to bring?
Your sister is.
My sister is, yes. But yeah, but why is she there?
Because she's different from the stereotypical normal, what everyone thinks Germany is.
Yes.
You know, your sister's black, so that's why she's there. Sometimes they need black people, people of colour or different shapes and sizes, that away from your normal Germany's Next Flop model type. Yeah, and that's why I take these people. That sometimes they've got to look pretty, sometimes they've got to look like gangsters, sometimes they've got to look like everyday people.
Yeah,
But they don't have to look pretty. It's all about characters and different from the German norm.
Yeah, would I have a chance?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah?
Yeah, they want people because they want to show that Germany is more, well, how can you say it, politically correct and accepting of people of difference. But sadly, they don't really do that in the media here. And there's an underrepresentation of mainly Turkish people in the media. And I'm hoping to change that by taking on more Turkish, black, Chinese, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and disabled people, people with disabilities that are able to do things within their abilities.
So, like for instance, people in a wheelchair, they can use for doctors' offices, for pictures, for anything.
Yeah. They can do it, or they can stand there and pose with a product, you know, like that, as good as anybody else. You know, okay, they might not have the use of their legs or something else, but as long as they're willing to do that and they have general good movement of their upper body or whatever, and they have the enthusiasm to want to join Misfit Models, then I will take them.
So we're standing here on this busy bridge, and you saying everybody could be a Misfit model.
They could be, but I very rarely chase people on the street.
Okay.
I don't ask people on the street because I like them to come to me and want to do that.
Yeah.
There's no point in asking somebody and then they have second thoughts about it and don't want to answer the phone when I have a job for them. That doesn't work. You know, they have to want to do it and come to me. Sometimes I do ask people, but I respect them if they say no, and that's their choice. They might not have the confidence to do the work.
Das ist Berlin, wie es weint und wie es lacht.